production and end the season early because of the war in the Middle East. Growers Association.
Alright, right.
Everyone else is asleep. We've got great music.
Well, we're hot. I think the engine is warm now. Let's just get that wiper sorted. I'm not sure if it's still stuck to the windscreen or not. Wipers are absolutely knackered. I really have to get new ones. They're all falling apart. Right, so we're going into Edinburgh. There's a decision. It is £5 o'clock. Is it? Decision is to go into Edinburgh. Get these wipers off. Yeah, that's the thing about buying new wipers at this time of year. You will screw them up. It's 3 minutes past 5. So we're just gonna. I think I had a look at the weather forecast, and it's coming from. The west, so it's coming from Glasgow, and so there's a big sort of weather rain thing about 9 o'clock, which is right over, coming over towards Bathgate. This is costing more now that the freaking fuel's gone up again. I know the half-wet electric car nutters are saying, oh, we should have switched to electric. But they're not recognising that we need oil to make electric cars, you idiot. So all they're thinking about is that charging thing. Also, we could be in the same situation with, where do you get your electric from? Is the question. Where does it come from? Fairy dust? Is it magically produced out of nowhere? I think it's coming from gas. That's where they're getting the electric from. Power state. Where's the actual power coming from? Say it's renewable, but that's nonsense. It's not. Right, here we go. Are we going into Edinburgh? I've still got that thing where it's like, are you really sure it's a good idea? You know. Let's see if there's a car parked in Home Bargains. Yes, there's 3. They obviously just ignore the letters. Valve's giving it its dinger. It's going. Look, it's doing that spluttery thing where you can't detect. With the window open. These wipers are totally had it. They're fucked. Than they've ever been in that there. Oh, I thought they were going to come off. Kenny.
You're listening to Classic FM.
Yeah, so I think the guy yesterday, the guy at the roundabout, I think he was just really arrogant. There was a whole load of things going on there. There's been some comments coming this morning. You know, people. Well, firstly, why would you bother if somebody's videoing at a roundabout? You know, it's like, okay. I think a lot of people I think if I was driving around, well, I am driving around, I don't think it would really affect me in the way it did him. I don't know. I know it does affect people. I've had people even attacking me. Crane. You know, so it really annoys some people. I've had some. I mean, you know, I've had like say several, well, a dozen people not happy about it. To go, so you know, you got to wonder, is he thick? You know, I know he's got his own business, he's a joiner and everything, and he's probably quite a capable joiner, kitchen fitter. Is he thick? I think there's also hubris with a lot of them and arrogance, and it's how the world's changed around them, but they're still in their mind, they are all powerful, all omnipotent, and if they decide they're going to go and ask somebody what they're doing at a roundabout, they'll do it. But it wasn't coming from a friendly position, it was coming from a position of arrogance. There seemed to be a bit of a thing about the police as well with the guy. I found out it was his brother's a retired detective. So yeah, you know, his brother's a retired detective. Well, it's like police aren't above the law. You know, we've all got to follow the law. So you can't go around kind of making up stuff that you think's the law, and then. So I don't know if it's because he comes from Poland. I don't actually know if he does come from Poland, you know, because he's got a Polish name. Maybe he sounds like he comes from here, Scotland, Stirling, Bannockburn. Well, he'll be a Catholic then, won't he? Yeah, well, that's maybe got something to do with it. If he's from Poland, he'll be a Catholic. They're a bit more oppressive as a religion. I'm not saying all Catholics are horrible, I'm not saying that at all. Because he's a Catholic, he's a Pole. Maybe that's why this sort of authoritarian attitude came in. You know, sort of dogmatic attitude. So let's just suppose that I'm the village idiot, right? So I'm the village idiot because he obviously realised that I'm a village idiot. Well, why would you go and call the village idiot a weirdo? It's a village idiot. because obviously I don't fit into these boxes for these people, is that why would you abuse the village idiot is what I'm saying. So there's no way I would report that, even though I said it was a hate crime. I don't think it actually is, and anyway, even if it was, what these people do, they make such an arse of themselves that leaving it on like the internet is punishment enough, you know, because it'll be on there until my channel gets taken down, until whatever, it'll be on there forever, you know, and bit of common sense would have got him out of that. Or maybe he thought it was going to be easy. Maybe he thought that nobody's ever asked me before, or don't have any experience. Numpty's asking me what my name is. What is your name? Papers, please. But I think he realised he needed to get away. He did, I actually thought about that. Well, maybe is there ways you can, maybe if you do a bit more friendly. I don't know. It's a difficult one. Yeah. Well, I've just realised I never took anything off the phone. I never put it in the computer, so maybe I might have to delete some videos if I want to carry on videoing today. I went to do it last night and then I ended up just getting too tired. It says it's 3 degrees. What am I looking at here? The hell is this? A gritter or something? Somebody... Yeah, yeah, it's a gritter. It's like it. No, it's a crane. Gritter. No, it is a crane, yeah. Getting a lot of people going on about the fan last week. It's funny how people go on about stuff. This guy said, oh, is it really worth fixing it? And I was like, that's where the conversation went downhill. Yeah, it did. It did. Because he started going about Margaret Thatcher. Because he's a lefty communist. A lefty. sort of slightly worried about the road surface. You know. Yeah. Just think how hard the frost was at home. You know. So there was definitely a sort of dominant thing going on with that guy. I mean, if I had a sort of similar, more friendly, it was a bloke from Tullycrutty Quarries. He said, "Can I ask you a question?" And it kind of went quite friendly there. He didn't ask what my name was, did he? And it was just kind of. So the guy from Poland Mark seemed more authoritarian, like he was. He has some kind of jurisdiction, maybe because he's related to the police detective or something, and he thinks that he can go around asking people what they're doing and stuff, and expect it to go smoothly. Somebody with a camera. Yeah. So yeah, I am the village idiot. You know, if you want to take the piss out of me, and there's a lot of things in my life went to shit. Yeah, and that's where I am, and that's how I look a bit weird, you know, and I don't exactly fit in normal society, but some ways I do kind of fit in, you know, and in other ways I don't. So. I mean, the world's a never-changing place, and if you're going to worry about what other people look like or what they're doing, then if you're worrying about what I'm doing, you know, there's something wrong with you, because at the end of the day, I'm not by any means the worst of any of the changes that's happened in our society. You know, we've got some. It's going downhill rapidly, you know. In a lot of ways. It is, yeah, for sure. I was just thinking about when the phone cut out the other day when I was out down at that roundabout. I think it might have been the rain on the screen. Maybe did it. Possibly. This is unusual, me doing it like this. I don't normally do it like this. I'm normally in there, but I had to sleep in the car, so I decided just to do it this way. Sleep at home, just drive in the morning. Well, I assessed the weather situation. Was what I was going to do, which I've done, and it looks like we might miss it. Avoid the rain. There's a chance it's going to rain about 11. It's definitely going to rain in the afternoon. it's getting quite busy. I think it's about 5:30. I think I got the vibe off that guy, Polish guy, Mark, that he was a good citizen and he was doing everything right and I wasn't. That was the vibe. That was like he's paying his taxes and he's going to work, and you get that quite a lot. Like I said, I think he's picking on the wrong person. You know, it's like if you go into Stirling, there's a whole load of fucking real arseholes in Stirling, you know, not doing anything for society, you know, or the community. And the problems with the drugs, massive problems with that, you know. So somebody like me is just a bit strange. I feel insignificance in terms of being a citizen and doing your responsibilities and what you're supposed to do. I'm sort of far from the worst. But anyway, he just got up his nose because I was videoing him. But I wasn't actually videoing him. This is what happens with all of these clowns. They sort of highlight themselves. So now I'll video them all the time now when I see them. So then, you know, whereas before I didn't even think about them. I didn't even know. I maybe had seen the van before, but you know, not really of any great significance. So he's kind of highlighted himself now. That's what they do that all the time. And remember, my channel's not that big, so it's like, but it's still big enough. It's not big, so like it's approaching 7,000 subscribers, so it's really small. But that's still got a bit of a footfall, you know, for people to see things. So we might have a problem with the data. Maybe. Yeah. I'm not expecting this to be a brilliant day-to-day I'm not really expecting that. get despondent sometimes about a lot of things. Yep, I do. What's the point and all that, you know? Do get a little bit like that sometimes. You know, what's the point? What the fuck are we doing and everything like that? You know, but you just got to keep going, ain't you, guys? You've just got to keep going. You do, you do, you do, you do, you do. Just in time for the lights to change the green. Yes. So my plan, a bit of a plan, we could go to Glasgow tomorrow. I don't know, the weather forecast is really bad tomorrow. The problem with Falkirk is it is undercover, but it's not totally undercover. You know, the wind and rain blows inside. It does blow inside. It does, guys. Yeah. It blows inside. Getting all your shit sorted out is a difficult thing in life. So it's been an all-rounder, isn't it, really? So like the guy I went to school with has moved house and everything, and I don't never ask him anything, but he's posted on Facebook, and him and his wife and his grown-up daughters, they all seem to work together, and it's fantastic that they're doing that, and he's got these skills that he's got, and he's got people that he can get to do work and stuff, and it all seems to work really well. And not everybody can do that, you know, or not everybody seems to, you know, get their shit together, got that, what is it, all their ducks in a row and all that sort of thing. Even people that are really clever, you know, really intelligent people making arse of things and don't quite get it right. That's been like that for fucking ages, that barrier. You know, you do sort of wonder about it, but it's great if people can do that, yeah? Sort of close family units and stuff. I like this music. It's a bit of a shambles here. They went and put a lowered speed limit in here, but the actual infrastructure is in quite bad condition. So like that white line back there, I had a bit of a sort of argument with this guy, and that's when I realised that the line, like for example, you could argue all these different things. The line's broken because it's like all patched up and everything, like pothole repairs, and there isn't pothole repairs. There's just like holes in it and everything. And so I think that's a really crucial thing, that trying to penalise the motorist, all these different things, but they're not keeping the infrastructure in good condition, so it's all a bit of a con, you know. And I think most people can see that. Even if you're a cyclist, you can see that, you know, because it's going to affect you as well with your bike wheels, so you can land up fucking coming a cropper. So it doesn't help anyone, does it? It doesn't help pedestrians or haulage, bus drivers, car drivers. Nobody gets help. It's just, so the government takes, it's a big giant black hole of money, but then none of the politicians will sort it out because they won't get voted in. So that was like in Scotland, for example, well, same in Britain, but in Scotland you get in your mobility cars and housing benefit and all that. If they stop that or cut it down, there's not that many. Oh God, it's quite busy. I wasn't expecting that. I thought they had been put off by the rain. I really did. I wasn't expecting that, but that doesn't matter anyway, it's fine. So, suits me fine, just fine. But a bit sharp. So, what time is it? I don't know if there's anybody in that white car. It's 5:35. I really wasn't expecting so many people to be here. Well guys, thanks for watching that video. Please like, share and subscribe. Bye. It's 2 degrees. So it's taken about 34 minutes to get here. The only problem with sitting in this queue like this is I don't know if that car's in the queue. It probably is. And also the van in front. What can happen is you can't see in front of the van and the driver could have fallen asleep. Some of the ordinary people. I'm normally up the front. It feels a bit strange, but you know what? It doesn't make any difference in life. Just sometimes do things differently. You know, sometimes it can be better. You know, things can go better if you do it differently. So I'll just go in like any other person, but normally when I know where I'm going if I'm first in the queue. But I don't think it actually really matters where you are. People know where you are, so what? They'll only buy stuff off you if they want to. You know, and sometimes it doesn't go well because the stuff gets a bit stale, so to speak. It's just getting fresh stuff in is difficult.
Which followed one of a set of romantic scenes by Enrique Granados, Alicia de la Rocha performing.
So you're kind of modern men, like if they get involved with the BBC or if they're white men, they have to be kind of harmless, like that sort of harmless seeming types. Have you noticed that? They don't want anybody masculine or overtly masculine, which and it has a problem within itself, because you'll then get sort of psychophantic people hiding their deviant personality, and then because women are Well, look what happens. If you look at that, there's that, what's it called, Red Rose or something. It's perverts and weirdos in it. Some women on it and some are evil looking bastards, you know. But it's mostly men that are on it. I think that's because it's sex drive. Sex drive with men has to come out. I think that's what it is. It's very, very strong, you know, and it has to come out somewhere. And unfortunately, in some people, it goes out in a deviant path. So it's about being in control of yourself. I'm not saying that women don't have a sex drive, of course they do, but maybe it's different the way it works out with them. I'm going to have to... I can't even fucking see in front of that van. But can't remember, what was the time? Normally I wake up at half 5, so it's 10 to 6 now. And we go in about 6, isn't it? News at 6.
It's actually the sound of someone's dream coming true. What's better than knowing that this tiny patch of turf is yours? You move? At Lloyd's, we're ready when you are. Britain's #1 direct lender for first-time buyers. Mortgages with a turnover above £50,000.
You'll need to use recognised software to keep records
and send quarterly updates of your income and expenses.
Recognised software.
Taxes changing. Get ready. Search HMRC.
That's all part of their thing, but I suppose you could we'll see what Robert Spill says about that. Why do I have to use recognised software? That'll be one that definitely be a case of consenting. Don't consent.
From Global's newsroom at 6 o'clock, Donald Trump says the US has carried out major airstrikes on Iran's Harg Island. In a post on social media, he claims it was one of the most powerful bombing raids in the history of the Middle East. The tiny but strategic island handles around 90% of Iran's oil exports. There are also reports America is planning on sending thousands of Marines to the region. Speaking before boarding Air Force One, the US President said the war will last as long as necessary.
Donald.
Meanwhile, fruit and vegetable producers here are warning production could be halted or the season ended early, leading to empty shelves in the supermarkets. The Growers Association is blaming the rising price of energy and transportation costs. The Lebanese Health Ministry says at least 12 medics have been killed in an Israeli airstrike on a hospital in the south of the country. Officials also say the number of children killed in the last fortnight has risen to more than 100.
If I go and pour myself a coffee, we'll start moving, won't we? It's 1 minute past 6.
Hundreds of civilians here in Lebanon have been killed, including many children. Entire communities have been uprooted. Lives have been turned upside down.
Israel says it's targeting Hezbollah strongholds. Scotland's First Minister says he won't take his teenage son to a game between Rangers and Celtic in Glasgow. John Swinney has been speaking after fans invaded the pitch at Ibrox last weekend and several police officers and staff were attacked. And the new Archbishop of Canterbury is to recreate a historic pilgrimage
Swinney.
from London to her cathedral in Kent. Dame Sarah Mullally will start the 6-day journey on Tuesday, ahead of her enthronement on the 25th of March. Followed by sunny spells and light winds, a few showers in the south, highs of 11 degrees. From Global's newsroom for Classic FM, I'm Elizabeth Secker.
This is Classic FM from Global.
Hello to you, I'm Sam Pittis.
Right, we're away. Now that car is awake. cars. That's the trouble with sitting away around here. Now we're breaking all the laws of the road. Better put my seatbelt on, stop that making noise. Well, what do you say to make the most of it? We're here, that's what matters. I'm not sure whether to take it. I'll just go for a single, fuck it. I think it's going to rain. Squeeze it all, I don't even know how much stuff I've got anyway. So if I was at the front, yeah, I'd be sitting up at the front now, yeah. Because I don't have the van as the other thing, it's the way getting, well, Cameron's fixing it. So we're moving.
By John Barry, played by the London Symphony Orchestra. John Williams conducting. Almost 6:10. I'm Sam Pitt. It's good to have you on Saturday morning. Hopefully you've got some.
It's almost 6:10, guys.
Morning to Christopher, who says we were talking earlier about the visitors from the United States who came to the Lake District. He says, I'm in Sussex. We get coachloads of visitors from different countries, from Japan and China and from America, to see the Seven Sisters, partly because they're on screensavers as well. That must be a theme.
Yeah, there's a
Also,
buyers coming in. They're usually quite
7,
mad.
Christopher has voted
So, you know,
in the Hall
it's
of Fame this year. You've got until tomorrow.
it's a different way to do it, you know. I didn't actually expect the queue to be so
You
big.
can do that on Global or at classicfm.com. I think this year we need an old warhorse to shoot to the top. I've gone for Schubert Symphony No. 9.
I didn't
And
expect
this
it
is
to
a
be so
full
big.
one by Max Bohr.
Probably next week I'll go back to my just turn up with the van, you know, at midnight. You know, there's no going back now. No going back. You've made your decision. You went to sleep instead of driving in like you normally do. Seems to be taking ages to get in. It might be because the ground's frozen. It's usually something when I was up the front I would land up giving them a shovel or something or try to help. So because I'm way back here I don't know what's going on. But it seems to be taking longer to go in than normal. So it's (16 minutes past 6). My car's done 140,714 miles, and the little Fiat's only done 38. Fucking hell, eh? Fiat's done 38, this has done 140.
Max Bohr, that second movement, Julia Fischer, soloist with the Tom Helle Orchestra Zurich, and David Zinman directing. A Saturday Smile. To come, Elgar's waving his wand of youth, and it's
Yeah, I mean,
been for you this morning. Something that's made you smile this week. That's something you're looking forward to.
So it's 23 minutes past 6. I don't know what's going on. There's Daryl. He's a good guy, man. He's alright. I don't know if they're having some kind of problems. That's the only thing I think is the ice, but maybe not. Maybe just waiting for Daryl. I can't actually remember when we actually. Normally we just go in. We don't usually sit around waiting like this. No, normally we just go in. Sometimes it gets called off if it rains too bad, but there's no rain at the moment, so it must be the ice. Yeah, we're moving.
To look forward to, and just for you, work taken from the Youthful Works by Elgar. This is his Wand of Youth suite, and this is our Saturday Smile.
I made myself a cup of coffee, and it was like, as soon as I start doing this, we'll start moving. I can't find my spoon. Living out a car's not easy, you know. You see what a mess my house is in? What it'd be like if I lived in a car. Yeah, I don't know what's the hold up. Who cares? Just fucking don't say anything. Just get in there. Of course, my fucking window's broken as well. Doesn't help. Maybe we're just waiting for Daryl. I think that's probably what it was, aye. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you just go in and sit and wait, yeah. That's what's happened. Yeah. grilled today. Just about everybody. Where's the van? Why are you away down here? Why are you not on your usual bit? Why?
Music by Elgar, part of the Render
Why?
#1, the Ulster Orchestra, Bryden Thompson directing. And I'm Sam Pittis. Music for you wherever you are. This morning, I love that story about the Archbishop of Canterbury doing the Beckett Way, walking to Canterbury Cathedral for her installation. What a great idea. It's not doing the Pilgrim's Way. I know this is sort of nerd stuff from walkers, but that's the one from Manchester. Walking some lovely hillsides. You may be out for a walk this morning. Wojak liked a good walk, inspired by nature for his work, and we'll hear a humoresque in a moment on Classic FM.
Hello.
Wait today?
Slept in.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah.
It's 15 now.
Have you put it up?
Yeah, he has, yeah.
Anderson, and I believe that when it comes to age, there are no rules. Doing what you want and feeling that you're doing it, that is the most important thing.
My fans are we getting MOT'd.
That I enjoy and
Aye.
that actually work. Like
Should get it back next weekend.
Age Perfect Day Cream. It leaves my skin feeling
Should get it back, like.
Thank you.
Hopefully.
I'm feeling good. I'm
Hopefully
ready
get
to
it back.
take on
Yeah.
anything
Not
I
for next
see.
weekend.
Spent on
My
it.
perfect
It's gonna
age
cost
is
about
now.
£1 or something. That's not a lot for it's just like that nowadays. Yeah.
Saying, but my bladder can't take these laughs. I may have to leave.
Yeah, the timing belt will be like £5.50. And
Floodgates open up. Seriously? It gives me complete peace of mind. Even my heaviest bladder leak surprises. Try one on. Fair play.
the MOT Weldon.
Try always discreet.
I don't know if it'll be a grand, but
for heavy bladder
it's just
Sounds like a lawnmower, doesn't
you know,
but it's
the van,
actually the sound
the
of someone's
Volkswagen.
dream coming true.
As a discussion I had with that guy last week, and he wasn't really listening to me,
It's
was
yours and
that
nobody else's.
so the conversation went skew with.
Lloyd's, we're
But
ready when you are.
like, so he started going on about Margaret Thatcher, and that Margaret Thatcher came into power.
Packages on Lloyd's.
I think it was 1979.
Based on total value of lending, July to December 2025. To verify, see Lloyds Bank.
It was the late 70s, and we had British Leyland at that time.
It is most.
And so he said it was Margaret Thatcher, but what I'm talking about is EV mandates. Margaret Thatcher didn't initiate EV mandates. She tried to sort out British Leyland, which was a massive problem with all these different companies in the same organisation competing with each other. So it was it was a curveball to throw at me from that guy. And he's a communist. So Margaret Thatcher didn't destroy the car industry. She destroyed a lot of things, but not that. She destroyed the mining industry, I would think. That would have been a better thing to say. But the EV mandates have meant that they're not making decent little petrol diesel cars anymore. So you can't just go along and pick up a car. It's all leased. They're leasing electric vehicles. There's a creak coming from the car. You know they've screwed up. So if you've got a van and it needs £1,000 spent on it, fucking spend it. Unless of course it's like the Citroen C3 I had. The car was a bit iffy, so it needed a lot of welding. So I sold it, and that was probably the best option at the time, and bought the Fiat Panda instead. It doesn't need any welding. So, but the van, I mean, where else am I going to get a Volkswagen van? I mean, they're all rough, so they all need welding, and they all need. It's just a fact of life. You want to do things like this, you've got to pay for your cars. So, I mean, you're going to have to pay anyway, because if you do go into their stupid shit, then you've got to pay that way, haven't you? The leasing or the EV shit, the mandates. But of course, electric vans have been proved to be thoroughly useless, you know, so. What they've done is they've wasted our taxpayers' money. These companies have bought them and just end up having them sitting in their yards, and they just get written off by their accountants. And then Rachel Reeves is looking for more money off you from your tax because they've no money. They haven't got enough money. I think we should blame Daryl there for the rent going up. So it was 15 quid. So the advert on Facebook said 14. But it did say the rent was going up. But it still said, so the advert said 14 for a car. So now it's 15. So it's like, oh god, you know, typical. So it says 14 and now it's 15. So it did say the rent was going up by £1. But it also, so it should have said 15 for the rent. Obviously because you couldn't get it at 14 unless you had some kind of time machine or something. We'll just get out here and make the most of it, you know, get the tables out. It's just a lot of crap I've got for last Sunday. I don't even know if I'm going to make anything. I do often that happens, and sometimes you can be surprised, other times you can be thoroughly disappointed as well, you know. See a car parking sideways there. I don't know if they've paid extra to do that or not, I don't know. This video's taking a long time, isn't it? Aye. I feel a bit, I don't know, a bit anxious or something. This isn't the way I normally do it, and I think it's just doing things differently. Especially if you're an Aspie, you're used to doing things a specific way. So, yeah. I need to try and get this window fixed. Can't fucking open the fucking thing. When you see that Ford, the badge is all, look how horrible it is. I can remember thinking, if that's what you really think about your mark, you make a badge that does that. It used to be, it's all down to money, innit? Like, so instead of having a stainless steel badge or something that can last forever. Going on. It's icy, it must be. George! I slept in.
Alright, I didn't know coming.
I wasn't going to, and then I changed my mind. So here I am.
Aye,
Here I am, George. Here I am. Hi, Daryl. I just tell George I slept in.
Barely. Oh, you didn't indeed, aye. Your lovely space is gone.
That's alright.
Where would you like to go?
I just got there, behind the... Are we up there?
In the middle.
Aye.
Okay.
Are we alright?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, thanks. Michael, I slept in.
It's not tea.
But I'm here.
I've got the coffee.
Have you? Oh. But I'm here, Michael, that's what matters. Thank you. Right, you guys, we've made it. We've made it, guys. Ooh. Look at the neighbour. Look at the neighbour. Right. So that's I'm getting the coffee. Right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.